easy go.
It is your boy Johnny back with another video, and this is with Mike Corbenza. I've seen what Curry looks like, but I saw from another video from the Fumble, but this is from Mike Corbenza. Huge at it, great videos, and let's just see what he says.
And before we get going, guys, I am excited to say that this video is sponsored.
Okay, I don't know if that's copyrighted or not.
And the injury to Klay Thompson, Steph suddenly found himself as Steph Curry's year. With the that this video is sponsored by Current. We're going to talk about Current in a little bit, but for now, 2020 was supposed to be Steph Curry's year. With the departure of Kevin Durant and the injury to Klay Thompson, Steph suddenly found himself as the lone high-level scorer on the Golden State Warriors, and because he is a two-time MVP, because he is Steph Curry, we all expected big things. In fact, looking back at the MVP odds going into the 2020 season, DraftKings ranked Steph second in the entire league behind just Giannis, and nobody had a real problem with this. In fact, CBS actually posted an article with the headline, Preseason NBA MVP Odds, Why History Favors Stephen Curry. And so as we can see, the hype was real, but then we had the broken hand. Suddenly, Steph's season was basically over before it had begun, and now the hype surrounding Steph for some reason has died down quite a bit. And to be honest, I don't really understand why. Because if Steph Curry was really almost the favorite to win MVP last season, well then personally, I think we should be saying the same thing this year. In fact, I think Steph Curry has a way better chance to win the MVP in the 2021 season. I think the Warriors have a real chance to win the NBA Finals, and I'm about to tell you why. So what's up guys, Mike here, and today we are going to look at the comeback of Steph Curry and the proof that he is going to put himself in the conversation for the 2021 NBA MVP. So leave a like if you enjoy the video, it helps me out a ton, and let's get into this. For years, it has been basically impossible to make a video about Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors because no one would really care. I mean, we all got it. The Warriors were amazing, and no matter what anyone tried to say, they were going to reach the NBA Finals. That was the case for 5 seasons, but in 2020, the Golden State Warriors came to a crashing halt because last year, the Warriors won just 15 games and finished with the worst record in the entire NBA, making them one of the biggest drop-offs not only in NBA history, but in sports history in general. And to be honest, I don't think anyone feels bad for them at all. The Warriors were the dynasty of the 2010s, one bad season isn't gonna kill them. But now, looking at the 2021 season, Golden State is going to come back in a big way, and that's because Steph Curry is going to prove to everyone that he is a true superstar, and that he does not need a Kevin Durant on his team. He is perfectly capable of being an alpha dog who can win his team a championship. And yes, I said alpha dog, because let's remember, sure, the 2016 Warriors won 73 games and lost the NBA Finals, something that will never be forgotten. But what should also never be forgotten was just how ridiculously incredible Steph Curry was at his absolute best. But guys, before we continue, as I said before, today's video is sponsored by the clear alpha dog on again a record-setting 73 win team. Steph Curry averaged
Copyright
3-pointers a night on 45% shooting from 3. This gave him a record that he still holds in most 3-pointers made in a single season, and his 31.46 PER is the 9th best in NBA history, which means during the 2016 season, when he was the clear #1 option, when everything ran through Steph, he was not only dominant, he was historically dominant, and his team was also historically dominant. This is very important to keep in mind because now again, the Warriors are clearly Steph's team, and no matter what offseason moves are made, their ultimate success is going to rely on whether or not Steph can play at an MVP level, a level that at least resembles his 2016 season. And I can already see the hate comments rolling in. Curry has never won a Finals MVP in his life. He's not a true alpha dog. But let's be honest here, the man was robbed in 2015. I said it as it was happening to my friend because I was not a YouTuber back then, but I said it then and I'll say it now, Steph Curry Curry was robbed. Sure, Andre Iguodala played great defense on LeBron, but at the end of the day, if we really want to dive into it, just look at Steph's overall stats in that series. Just look at his court stats, where the Warriors outscored the Cavs by 56 points with Steph on the court and were outscored themselves by 14 when he was off the court. And just take a look at Steph's fourth quarter stats, or really anything relating to Steph in that series. The man should have been Finals MVP. But in a weird way, maybe this was his destiny? Maybe winning the 2015 NBA Finals MVP wasn't meant to be, because this means that headed into the 2021 season, Steph has one piece of his historical resume that he's still playing for. And according to those with inside knowledge of Steph and his workouts, the man is looking like an absolute monster. He has been working out like a fiend this entire offseason to make sure he is in the best shape of his life, and the results are going to pay off big time, because using a type of interval training that focuses on high intensity workouts combined with slow recovery phases, Steph Curry, who was already one of the best conditioned athletes in the NBA, has somehow gotten into even a better shape. He's stronger, he's looking as quick as he's ever been. In fact, let's just listen to the words of Steph's private trainer Brandon Payne, who recently said he's a young 32. He's jumping really well, moving really well. He's not showing any signs at all of any sort of aging. He's moving well, he's getting stronger, he's as bouncy and energetic in workouts as he's ever been. And so at this point, we know that the talent is of course there, and so is the stamina and the dedication needed to come back from an injury and get into the best shape of your life. But at the end of the day, if Steph is really going to win the MVP and get the Warriors into the championship picture, he's going to need to push himself each and every night. And according to Golden State's player development coach Brendan Frazier, that isn't going to be a problem. Frazier has said, quote, he could easily take the summer off. What's special about him is he's chasing greatness. He wants to be better. He realizes there's a window for us and for him, and so he's going after that. To me, this is a huge sign that big things are coming for Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors this season. Is Steph going to have his work cut out for him in terms of the MVP race? Yes, of course. But when we really break down the biggest candidates, I truly believe Steph is going to have voters, fair or not. The biggest candidates, I truly believe Steph is going to have a huge chance to win his third MVP and cement his place in history. Because looking at the candidates, Giannis just won back-to-back MVPs and has yet to win a title. As we have seen, voters, fair or not, suffer from voter fatigue and don't like to vote for the same guy every single season, something that has cost guys like Michael Jordan and LeBron from adding more MVPs to their total. And speaking of LeBron, he said he's going to take it easy in the beginning of the season, which is understandable because of his short break. Meanwhile, James Harden is probably not on a good enough team. Durant and Kyrie are question marks. Luka is still probably a year away. Kawhi never really puts up flashy stats. You get the point here. Now, I'm not saying that any of these guys can't win the MVP, but when it comes down to it, a lot of the time, the NBA's MVP is decided by an incredible storyline. Derrick Rose became the youngest MVP ever after shocking everyone with a star season where he led the Bulls to the 1 seed over the Miami Heat and LeBron James. Russell Westbrook cruised to an MVP win after averaging a triple-double after Kevin Durant left for the Warriors. The media absolutely loves to play up these types of storylines, and when we look at next year, who else could possibly have a better story than Steph Curry? We could be looking at a big-time return. We could be looking at Steph averaging over 30 a night while leading the Warriors, the worst team in the NBA last season, to one of the better records in the Western Conference. And along the way, we can watch as a man who many have said has always had help, who many have discredited because he's never won a Finals MVP, truly take a resume leap and tell everyone to shut up. I have always believed that Steph Curry is one of the few alpha dogs in the NBA that can carry a championship team, and in 2021, as long as we don't see another freak injury, I fully expect Steph to have another huge season, and I would not be surprised at all if a third MVP ended up in his hands. So there we have it, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like. It helps me out a ton, and if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single video. If you're already subscribed, thank you guys so much for supporting. You're awesome. We all know it. And as always, have an awesome day, guys, and cue that music. And guys, I do want to remind you to right now go click.
Alright, we're back, and let's see that picture. He is.
Steph Curry is
Okay, yada.
making its way around the.
That is huge. He probably gained maybe 20 pounds in sheer muscle. Let's see. I think they're yeah. They're showing that New Jersey that looks like the We Believe jersey, except it says Oakland. Pretty cool. Well, I mean, and that's the video, folks. I hope you enjoyed. And as always,